An odd but effective way to buy or sell and negotiate well is using price bracketing. Price bracketing as a strategy creates a psychological win for whoever you're negotiating with and allows all parties to actually feel like they've gotten a win-win. Here's an example. So say you're buying a home and you really want to buy it for $100,000, but the seller wants to feel like that they've negotiated well and, daddy always said, get a good deal. So they want to follow that training. If you can pay 100 and you want to end up at 100, then simply say that for it to be a win for you, you would need to be in the $90,000 to $100,000 price range. If you do that, immediately the seller is going to say, well, okay, I'll sell for 100. What that will do for them is it'll trigger a psychological win for them, because they will feel like they are being able to buy within the very top, sell within the very top of your range. And they will have felt like with the range and bracket you gave them, they're getting the very best deal possible. Now let's use the antithesis of that. Say you're selling a home right here. And say, you are willing to sell the home for $100,000 to a buyer. If you want to use price bracketing as a strategy, you would give that buyer a range of, I'm willing to sell the home for between $100,000 and $110,000. Okay, 100 to 110. Now, as many times as I've done this in my career, I've never had a buyer come back and say, oh, I'll pay you 110. What do you think every buyer would say? They're going to say, oh, I'll pay you 100. It's the lowest price within your range that's acceptable for you to have a win-win deal. And then you would say, okay, I don't want to, but I'll sell for 100, and that'll be a win-win for you and a win-win for me. This allows the buyer of the home to feel like, again, they got a psychological win because they got a good deal and they got you to the lowest point in your range that you would be willing to sell for. So again, in the future, it's an odd but effective way to help you negotiate such that whoever you're negotiating with feels like they got the very best deal they could have gotten, which is what we all want to feel like at the end of a transaction. Thanks.